Well, we're back. We're back with another MetaZoo video. Was not planning on doing another MetaZoo video like this, at least not yet. Wanted to wait a little bit to see if any more news kind of dropped and came out and all that. And there kind of was, but it's all speculation. It's not really factual yet. However, there's been some really big updates provided by Nick's Strength and Pokemon. I'm going to link his video down below in the description. Seriously, make sure you go check that out. It is a very good video, well thought out, and he goes through a lot of detail. Truly deserves to have his videos watched, so go check that one out too. But I wanted to make a video, just going to wait a couple days or so, to start talking about the future of MetaZoo, I guess. The TCG is essentially dead. You know, people are really starting to dump and get rid of stuff and move it out as quick as they can. I know there's some people out there that are trying to buy boxes and cards and stuff for the lowest prices possible. The IP is not dead. And I kind of mentioned this in the other video, on my last video I did, that the MetaZoo IP is not dead. It's just the TCG itself has died. And we're starting to see that there may be a plan in action to revive and kickstart the TCG once again. So timeline for you guys here, you know, last month well, I guess it's 2 months ago now, in December of 2023, at least that's when I saw the roadmap for MetaZoo, and they kind of outlined 2024 and what their plans were and how they're going to get back on track. Then obviously it's been kind of radio silence from them on that news type of front for a little while, until Mike early this week decided he was going to just blow the whole game wide open, destroy it, and announce that it was dead and they're closing doors and it's all over. The ride's done. With that being said, the IP is still alive, and Nick Strength and Pokemon talked about how the IP is still in good standing and it's still active, which tells me, and I think some of us kind of predicted this already, that it was going to live on, it was going to stay relevant, in regards to, most people think that they were just trying to find a buyer to take the TCG over and kind of do what they want with it. Now, I will say, if anybody does do it, there is a huge, massive mountain to climb to get back in good standing with the collector base, the player base, the whole fan base. I mean, massive. I don't think it's impossible, though, and I think that it can still happen. But with that being said, in the aforementioned videos, it appears as if Bandai may be in line to buy out MetaZoo, the IP, and take over. And as Nick talked about in his video, the stipulation with that, rumored, of course, is that Mike would be fired. He could no longer be part of the IP. He would no longer be part of the team. He would be removed completely from the equation. And let's be honest here, that is exactly what has needed to happen for years. That is literally the only thing that has ever needed to happen to MetaZoo to make it great. Plain and simple. Everybody's known this for a long time. And the fact that it appears that they were that close to finalizing a deal and getting rid of Mike in the process, like, honestly, MetaZoo could have been great. It still might be. Maybe the deal still goes through. I don't know. But the rumor is that Mike caught wind of his expulsion from MetaZoo with the sale and how everything was going, and he threw one of his classic temper tantrums. And honestly, I say they're all rumors because nothing has been substantiated. There's no factual evidence out there yet that claims or can provide real evidence towards the claims that, you know, he's being removed and all this. But it is right up his alley to do that. Like, this is a classic Mike move, to throw a temper tantrum because his own company, his own people are going to boot him out, and destroy something before it goes to somewhere else. Like, he's classic villain right here, right? He wants to take MetaZoo down with him. He wants to take the whole brand, the IP, ruin it for everybody. That way, should the sale go through and he be removed, that it's shattered and the new company has to pick up the pieces and try to do something with it. That is a child tantrum. That is nothing short of just being a child. In fact, my kids, who are 5 and younger, are better well behaved than that. I mean, that's how bad that is. I'm truly sorry to everybody out there in the MetaZoo community that you have to deal with it, but I mean, it's been prominent this whole time, as it's been something that's needed to happen. It's good that it's finally kind of getting that point, but it's awful because he did what is probably the most classic Mike move in history in destroying his own creation so nobody else can enjoy it because he's being removed from it because he doesn't know how to run a company and doesn't know how to, I don't know, manage things, I guess. Look, this could all be rumors. This could all be false, and maybe the whole MetaZoo thing is over. But it wouldn't surprise me to see if Mike does that, you know? Like, it really wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know. Best case scenario moving forward is that Bandai does pick up MetaZoo and lets them kind of maintain and run it from there. And they will have to slowly and carefully pick the pieces up and try to forge something out of that mess and try to bring the player base, the fan base back together and build it from the beginning again, essentially. But if that happens, if that's a big if too. If that happens, I think people should hold on to everything they have that's MetaZoo, because the old stuff could become valuable. Could become like the old Dragon Ball cards, or, you know, like old Digimon, where they're vintage, they're classic. They might not be relevant anymore. I imagine if they do buy the game and try to pick up those pieces, they change the game some and kind of revamp it. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there. I saw that video from Nick and I thought, man, that is fantastic. And honestly, I'm happy for the community, and I will be okay with MetaZoo moving on and continuing on with Bandai and with whole new management. If they can, Mike and Andy and all those other guys at the top, and just do it all themselves, MetaZoo might actually be great. You know, it could actually be something. But I don't know. I don't know that I will ever collect it again. There's a lot of people out there, I think, are kind of on that. They probably won't touch it ever again. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what's going to happen. But I still maintain, by the way, my statement I've previously made in the last video, that there's so many other good TCGs out there that deserve your attention. So I still strongly recommend you guys go check out the ones from my last video. You know, Nostalgic's TCG, Mythic, there was Alpha Clash, Legion's Will, Primal, even like Cryptic, and there was another one that was really good that I can't think of right now. There's a lot of good TCGs out there, you know, so go do your research, look into things, support some of these new games. And if MetaZoo does come back, you know, there's no shame in still collecting and supporting them under new management. And hopefully they learn from their mistakes and they move on and make the company great. But I don't know. I just want to put that out there for you guys. I was planning on making this video. Just came a little bit sooner than I, had anticipated. So that's all we have. And I will see you guys in the next video.